What is going on, collectors? Optical 20 back for another video preview. We're going to take a look at Cyborg from Hot Toys, and you can still pre-order this at bigbadtoystore.com. I'll put the link down below, $4 shipping and pile of loot. So let's take a look at this figure. This is, I would say, one of my most anticipated this year, and mostly because he's the missing piece to my Justice League. 2 years ago, I never thought this day would come, that I would have Cyborg. I thought I would have to buy like a statue from somewhere just to fill that gap, although I never really felt the need to do that. So I was just like, you know what? They make it, they make it. If not, my Justice League looks good anyway. Thanks to the Snyder Cut, I think it kind of pushed Hot Toys to release this guy. And I'm happy, and also especially happy for those who stuck around with a franchise that didn't sell their Justice League figures, even with a gaping hole on it. So he became sort of like Drax, really, in the Guardians of the Galaxy world for Hot Toys, where we have everything but Drax. And then Drax came along a few years later and never made him again, which is kind of strange. Maybe this upcoming Guardians movie, we're going to see another Drax, because he's up for, that kind of treatment now. We need Drax. Now, updated one at least. Now with this Cyborg, I think it turned out great. Unlike that Drax when it came out, came with a lot of criticism. His smaller body, obviously the joints, the body proportions are not, just kind of like not Batista. But this guy, I think with the accessories that it comes with and the way it looks, the light of function, the price, I think it's very fair. The price is very fair for what it is. It's not diecast, but it looks like one. It looks like it has a lot of accessories in it. It has 2 head sculpts, at least if you buy the exclusive edition, which I highly recommend you do. Now, this is a weird timing because outside of him, the only one in the Justice League basically is the Black Suit Superman and Nightmare Batman. So now you're missing, I would say, a few key components, which is Flash and Aquaman. Now you can make an argument that, hey, Aquaman is still out there, not the Justice League version, the solo movie. You can still pick it up for a decent price. And Flash, it hovers around 300-400 in the aftermarket. But if you wait a little bit longer, maybe 2 years, you're going to have the Flashpoint movie, which, again, you can stand up maybe for that Flash. So at some capacity, you could still assemble the Snyder Cut if you are, I would say a little bit creative or patient enough. Otherwise, you're going to have to pay aftermarket prices, which is not bad. But the figure itself for this, I think it looks great. I think it looks fantastic with the swap out features. The hands, it's kind of like, he reminds me of kind of like Venom with those tendrils in the back. The way they constructed his armor, it looks kind of like organic. It moves around. I think the second head sculpt was a must-have and shouldn't have been an exclusive edition because it changes the look for me. And you're pretty much you're forced. And I guess to push pre-orders, they might have to do this a little bit more. Give us an exclusive edition that is worthwhile, because in my opinion, this light up head sculpt is worthwhile. It changes how he looks. Now he went from looking like Cyborg for real to somebody that, who is this guy? Kind of like is this he looks like somebody from Metal Gear or something. But I love it. I love it. They might have to do this, like an extra head sculpt, just to, I guess, push pre-orders, to incentivize pre-orders. I didn't know that they had those like kind of like effects from hovering, kind of like the smoke effect, and I think it adds to the figure. I don't know if the red light is really this bright. Maybe it is, but it looks fantastic either way because it shines through the armor. It shines through different parts of his body, kind of like the movie. Hopefully, it's just this bright. Is this gonna look like? I don't know if you guys remember Ultron from back in the day. I don't think so, because Ultron is, I had that figure. Looks really good when the lights are on, but when it's off, it looks really basic. It's just big and basic and just monotone, basically. I ended up selling it, but I don't think it's the same case for this because there's a, let's say the lights is off, there's still kind of like a contrast between his head sculpt because it's a different color compared to Ultron, which is just pure, say, silver. And this one has a lot of like added accessories compared to him that would make him stand out, I would say. Now, who is this guy? That Kindar. This might be the better representation because look at the red. It doesn't shine through as much as the other pictures. I mean, the other pictures is so digitized, especially Toy Art, BG Toy Art. Love his pictures, but he exaggerates a lot of things and he digitizes a lot of things. So it's a bit hard to tell, which one is which. But some of the pictures, like this is BG Toy Art, as you can see, like the red is just popping. It looks like it's just out there. This one's not too much. I know it's being covered, but it's there. But I like it overall. I think it's a must-have. Now the question is, if you don't have the rest of the Justice League, should you get it? I guess it all depends. Are you planning to get them? Because if you don't have Flash, now you're gonna have to get Flash. He's an integral part of the team, but comparing to Marvel, for example, he's not Superman or Batman that can stand alone, unless you're just a Cyborg fan. But with that being said, he's kind of like this robotic figure, kind of like an Iron Man, that you could also have him just by himself, not having the rest of the Justice League. I think just by himself, he still looks pretty good. Especially if you have this head sculpt, because again, he looks like a ninja of some sort, like a robotic ninja of some sort. I love it. But I'm excited, man. I can't wait to get this. The base is uniformed to the rest of the Justice League. So if you have the rest, it looks like just a huge hanger, like the scene in the movie. So that makes sense. But I love this. Again, if this was announced this year, he would have a purse. It doesn't matter. It's not a big deal for me. But I'm just saying, I love it. I'm going to pick it up. I already have it in pre-ordered, so I can't wait to get it. But let me know in the comments how you feel about, are you going to pick this up? Do you have the rest of the Justice League? If you don't, I would love to hear your thoughts to why you would pick up him and not the rest. Really would interested to hear that. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you like this video. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video.